Hey everybody, Greg here from WealthFind. In this video, we're going to talk about what is Robinhood. Let's get going. All right, so as the video title states, we're going to talk about what Robinhood is. We're going to cover a few different things. First, what is Robinhood? What can you do with Robinhood? What can't you do with Robinhood? And then we're going to do a quick walkthrough of their website and then a quick walkthrough of their iPhone app as well. They also have an Android. So if you're familiar with platforms such as E-Trade or Fidelity, TD Ameritrade or Schwab, which are all brokerage platforms for investing, Robinhood is no different. Robinhood is just a little bit newer. They really came onto the scene, 5 or 6 years ago, and they became very popular because it was very easy to get started by downloading their app and just signing up, transferring some money over, and buying stocks. And that's really how they took off and became so popular. So many of the other brokerage platforms have been kind of behind the times and don't really have very good apps for trading. So Robinhood's just kind of come to the forefront because of that. So that you've probably seen commercials for Robinhood, or you've seen your friends using it or talking about it, or articles online. And really, it's just a brokerage platform. One thing I do want to point out is that currently Robinhood is only available to US citizens. In order to create an account with Robinhood, you do have to be a US citizen. So for those of you who may be watching overseas, sorry, but Robinhood doesn't allow non-US citizens to sign up. If you are a US expat and say you live in Thailand or something most of the year, like my Uncle Bob, no problem. Because you're a US citizen still, you can still sign up. No problem using the app or trading while you're overseas. So outside of the basics that it's a brokerage platform, what exactly can you do with Robinhood? And essentially, it's for retail traders like you and me. We're not professionals, we're just the average public trading, to buy and sell stocks and options. And they even allow you to buy and sell fractional shares, which we'll talk about that a little bit when I show you the walkthrough on the website. It'll make a little bit more sense if you're not sure what a fractional share is. So you can buy and sell stocks, ETFs, exchange traded funds, also options. And then they have a limited amount of cryptocurrency coins that you can buy and sell as well. The last thing that they have is what they call their cash card now. It used to be, I think, called money management or something like that, where essentially you can use your Robinhood portfolio. You can kind of use it as a bank account, where they'll give you a debit card that you can use, and it'll draw from your portfolio, any money that's not tied up in an active trade, obviously. And you can withdraw money from ATMs all around the country. And then you can even set it up to where a certain percentage of each purchase, and I don't know the exact specifics of this because I haven't signed up for the card to test it out, a certain percentage of each purchase can be automatically allocated to purchasing crypto or stocks, which is kind of nice. That's not new. There's other platforms like Acorns and Betterment and things like that that have allowed you to do that for quite a while. But it is kind of a neat little feature if you're really a heavy user in Robinhood. Last thing I want to mention is Robinhood is 100% free to use. They're really big on pushing their 0% commissions, which a lot of brokerage platforms are going to that model where they don't charge you any fees for buying or selling stocks or options, although some do still charge you for option contracts. And you may think, well, how are they making their money? And that's a topic for another video that I'm going to create as far as how Robinhood makes their money, but just rest assured they are making their money. It's just nice that you don't have to see those upfront commission fees taken off for any trade that you make. And then you don't have to pay anything to sign up. All you do is you sign up, connect your bank account, and then fund it with however much you want. You can literally fund it with $10 if you wanted to. I don't really recommend doing that because you can't do a whole lot with $10. And currently they don't have any other method of funding your account, including wire transfers or sending a check in. Some of the bigger platforms, the brokerage platforms, do allow you to do things like that. Robinhood isn't quite there yet. So you do have to connect your bank account to fund it, but it's very easy to do and you can move money back and forth pretty seamlessly. I've done it for a couple of years now, so it's not a big deal. So what can't you do with Robinhood? We talked about the fact that you can buy and sell options and stocks and crypto. Things that you can't do, the biggest one in my mind is that there's no live trade desk. With a lot of bigger brokerage platforms like Schwab or Fidelity or TD Ameritrade, if you get stuck or have trouble, there's usually a 1-800 number or a live trade desk that you can call and get immediate assistance from an actual trader that works for that company. That's not the case with Robinhood. Robinhood does have email support, and then they also have a callback feature where you can submit a ticket and they tell you that you'll get a phone call back within an hour. And I've done that once just to kind of test it out, and the person on the phone was pretty knowledgeable, but you could tell that they didn't know everything that I was kind of asking them, and granted, I was kind of putting their feet to the coals a little bit, so to speak, just because I wanted to test out their phone support. So if you're in a really tricky options trade, you may have trouble getting the right support person. So that's kind of something that I put in the list of things you can't do with Robinhood. A couple other things. Robinhood does allow you to sell ETFs, but they have a limited portfolio of exchange traded funds that you can trade, and also with crypto. And this is the case with most cryptocurrency exchanges, is that they don't have every crypto coin out there. So you may see some hot new cryptocurrency coin that you want to invest in, and you get onto Robinhood and you look for it and you just can't find it. And that's because Robinhood has a very limited number of cryptocurrencies that you can trade currently. But there's other platforms that I use, like Binance or CoinDesk. There's one other one I've been using. Voyager is another one that you can use as well to trade more broad range of cryptocurrency coins if that's something you're really interested in. And then one other thing you really can't do with Robinhood is I primarily trade in my Schwab account. And one of the nice things about a platform like Schwab or Fidelity or TD Ameritrade is that there's long-term money management outside of just the brokerage platform where you trade. What I mean by that is, say for years I've been trading stocks and options and I really start building up a portfolio. With Robinhood, you're just on your own. It's all self-guided. There's no support system behind it, really to help you out. Whereas with my Schwab account, I have a local Schwab office that I can go to, and I have a portfolio manager that I can talk to, call them up on the phone, hey, where are we at? Traditional money management type of things that you get with some of the larger platforms that you don't get with Robinhood. That's not to say they couldn't add that down the road, but I don't know if that's really, kind of in their wheelhouse as far as what they want to do or who they want to be. So that's one thing to keep in mind, is if you really are a heavily invested trader and this is something you want to keep doing and growing your portfolio, you're going to be on your own with Robinhood for the most part. So let's jump over to the website real quick and take a look at a few things now. All right, so here we are on the Robinhood website, and they just updated this, and I'm sure it'll be updated again by the time you watch this, but you can see at the top there's sign up on the right hand side, and then you can, I'm not going to go through all of these options, but you can see stocks and funds, ETFs, options, gold. Now, I do want to point something out here. This does not mean that you can buy and sell gold with Robinhood. That's a little bit misleading, and they really want you to click on that because you're like, oh, hey, I can buy and sell precious metals, and that's not the case. If you click on that, you'll actually see this is their gold level account, where I told you before, Robinhood is free to use, and it is. But you can also sign up for their gold account, where you pay an extra $5 a month and you get access to additional features where you get, bigger instant deposits, and then you can get margin, which is the ability to borrow money from Robinhood to place even larger trades. I'm not going to get into exactly what margin is. That's a topic for another video. Just realize that they do have a paid plan, and it's $5 a month. And then here's information on the Cash Card, Learn. They've got some knowledge-based material here. Most of it's just written. They don't have a lot of video content. I'm hoping they start adding some of that. And then Snacks is simply financial news that you can get. So I'm going to go ahead and log into my account real quick. Okay, so here we are in my Robinhood account on the website. You can see my current portfolio value is only $2,100. And one thing I want to point out, because some people always ask me, hey, you don't have a lot of money in your Robinhood account, and that's because I do most of my trading in my Schwab account, and I also have accounts I can't even tell you how many other places, so that I can review them for you guys and create videos. I actually just finished my taxes with my accountant, and he laughed at me because I had so many different accounts across so many different brokerage platforms, and it's kind of a nightmare for him to wade through all of it. So anyway, we've got $2,100 in my account right here. And this is a little bit jumbled. It may seem kind of like a mess when you first get into the website or the app. Actually, the app's a little bit cleaner. We'll look at that in a minute. But essentially, everything revolves around, I would say, two areas. One is your account over here on the right side. If you click on account, you'll see all these different things that you can get to as far as transfers and whatnot, blah, blah, blah. And then the other thing is the search bar. So if you want to buy and sell a stock, you want to get information on a stock, you want to buy and sell options or even crypto, go to the search bar. So let's just pick Apple, AAPL, or you can, if you don't know the ticker symbol, you can just type in the name of the company and it probably comes up. So we're going to click on Apple here. I do have some Apple shares in here already, so you can see my market value. But what I want to show you is over here is you can see buy Apple or sell Apple. I believe if we pick a stock that I don't own, let's do like Adobe, that you should just see buy. Yeah, you just see buy Adobe. You only see sell if you actually own shares of that. So you can purchase either shares or dollars. And here, earlier I talked about fractional shares. So you don't have to, Adobe's stock price is $431 per share. For some people that's kind of steep, but maybe you want to invest in that company. And you can actually come in here and say, I want to buy a quarter of a share. And it allows you, this is what I mean by fractional shares. It allows you to buy less than one share if you want to. And this is great for, kids or whatnot. You can't really sign up for a Robinhood account for your child. And some of the larger brokerage platforms, you can create what are called custodial accounts. I'm hoping Robinhood adds something like that down the road, but so far they don't have it. So anyway, you can buy fractional shares here. And you just hit review order and that'll go through, and the next market day, today is a Sunday, so when I'm recording this, so it obviously won't go through. And there's other information on that company down here. And then again, you can pull up crypto coins. If you wanna trade Bitcoin, you can do that through Robinhood as well. So pretty much everything revolves around the search bar and then the account drop down over here. So that's my quick overview of the website. Let's do a quick overview of the app now. So let's pull that up. Alrighty, so now we're gonna take a look at the app itself on my iPhone. Again, they do have an Android version as well, so don't worry if you don't have an iPhone. Let's log into the app here. And just like we saw on the website, we've got my portfolio value there, and you can scroll down, and under stocks, you can see the current shares that I own in this portfolio. Cryptocurrency, I've got a little bit of ETH, which is Ethereum. And then if you have any watch lists, like I've created watch lists for some cryptocurrencies, you can create watch lists for stocks or even options now if you want. And then along the bottom, you'll see these different icons. I don't have the cash card set up, but that's what that second icon is. The third one is the browse. Again, with the website, you use that search feature, and the app functions the same way. A lot of people get tripped up by this because they're not sure how to navigate the app. I may create another video specifically for navigating the Robinhood app if you want to know all the ins and outs. And then any messages that you get from Robinhood, and then obviously all the way to the right is your account information. And it functions very similar to the website. I'm going to go to browse. Let's pull up that Adobe stock again and just click search. It's right there, so I'm going to tap on it. And there's Adobe. And then on the website, you saw a little column on the right-hand side that said buy. And with the app, it actually says trade at the bottom. So you click trade, and then you say either buy the stock or trade options. And again, look for that video that I'll create that actually walks through every little detail of using the app itself. But here's where we would buy either a number of shares, or there's a way to, in the upper right here where it shows shares, you can hit that drop down and change it to buy in dollars if you want. So anyway, that's a real quick look at the app. It's pretty easy to use. It does take a little bit to learn how to use it, but it's really not that hard in the end. So this has been my quick walkthrough of the app. All right, guys, so that's my walkthrough of what Robinhood is, what you can do with it, what you can't do with it, and then the website and the app. I'm going to create an entire course on the website wealthfind.com. There'll be a link down below in the description if you really want to learn all the ins and outs of Robinhood. I walk through how to buy stocks, how to sell stocks, how to buy and sell options, which is kind of a passion of mine. That's primarily what I do. And we'll even buy and sell some crypto in there as well. So if you're looking more of a full-featured course, A to Z, soup to nuts type of thing, then look in the description down below. That'll be coming soon if it's not there already. I also have a wait list if you're looking to get into that, and the link is not there yet. So thank you so much for watching this video. We're going to have a lot more videos on Robinhood, so look for the playlist in the WealthFind channel. Hope you guys have a great day. Bye.
Hey, Greg here from WealthVine. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and click that icon right in the middle and you can continue getting content like this. I'd also love it if you'd leave a comment below this video. I do my best to respond to all of them. And lastly, thanks for watching.